One of the hardest things in the world to change are emotions. When somebody is emotional about something or passionate about somebody or something, or perhaps maybe a man and a woman and a man loving one another, and you say, well, the man may say, well, the woman doesn't love me anymore. But that makes it very difficult for that man to say, well, I've got to stop loving her. So to turn emotions on and off is a very, very difficult thing to do. And we find here in the story of Joseph in the book of Genesis, is that the father, Jacob, he loved his son. And there was a lot of passion involved in that because of his great love for Joseph's mother. And of course, the other women in his life were all people who became a part of the puzzle, but that wasn't his intention. And so now he has these children by these other women, but he finds it very, very difficult to love them all the same. Well, this is felt in the family dynamic. And so as a result of that, we have these brothers who are feeling the rejection of this. And as I said earlier in the broadcast this week, when a person is rejected, the tendency is to reject back. And so we have this happening here in this family. And it tells us in the early part of the book of Genesis, chapter 37, that Joseph had been sent more or less to spy on his brothers and to bring back a report to Jacob. And it says that when he did, he brought an evil report. Well, all of this is just adding to the tension in the family. And I've spoken from time to time about tension in the family and how it brings about things that are very, very hard for the family dynamic to work its way through. And when I see these type of things, or I'm in a situation where I have to deal with these type of things, I have to tell people, I said, look, God is the only really way to bring resolution to this situation, because we're dealing with human emotions, and human emotions don't just easily change. The only way to find resolution is to ask Father God to intervene and to become the person who helps us to be able to deal with these things that lie within our own hearts. So this comes back to our relationship with Father God and our ability to ask Him for things and to believe that He's able to bring resolution to help us deal with earthly situations. Because we all live here on this earth. We live in these human bodies. We deal with the emotions and the passions of this human body. That's why it's so very, very fundamentally, basically, the reality that we have to have a close relationship with God to be able to deal with our own humanity. And thus, we put our trust in Him. And we say, Father God, help me. Help me to rise in my spiritual person, that I may have victory over my carnal person. This is Pastor Jack King with the Gospel on the radio broadcast.